So, I'm back. In this video, I'm going to talk about one of the hardest things to do. And actually, it's probably going to be two of the hardest things to do, which is portion control and eliminating unhealthy foods. For me, like most people, my portion size was not great. I would literally go out to eat before this journey. I would literally go out to eat, and I would think I would have to have an appetizer. I thought I had to have a main course, and then after the main course, I thought, well, you know what? I'm still not as full as I should be. Not full as a tick. I haven't stuffed myself to capacity. Let me try dessert. And with this journey, I've learned that it doesn't take all of that to satisfy your needs or what's needed for your body for fuel. With my portion sizes, I do measure things out on a normal basis, generally, and I'll show you what I generally have for breakfast. I generally have a Premier Protein. This is what I normally have for breakfast. This is one of the things that has allowed me to be able to control what I have and what I'm putting in my body. No, I don't drink 11 ounces. This is 11.5 ounces. I generally drink about 4 to 5 ounces of the Premier Protein. And then about an hour later, I generally drink about 8 ounces of water. Which is another thing. Water is going to be important. When it comes to weight loss, having water is so important. I didn't like water. I still don't like water. But I know that it's important in order for me to get to my weight loss goals. And another thing that I do, generally my meals, I generally have meals every 2 to 4 hours, depending on how I feel. And that's another thing. I've noticed that we can tell ourselves that we're hungry, even though we're not. If you see something and you be like, oh my God, I just saw this, I'm hungry. More than likely, you're probably not hungry. And no, I'm not saying get to the point to where your stomach is growling. If you're actually giving your body enough fuel, like nuts, yogurt, some type of fruit, as long as you're giving your body those things as far as a snack in between, you're able to make it to your next meal. And my meal sizes, as far as my meat, I generally have a protein. I generally, and in my case, it'll generally be some type of seafood. I know I said I started back eating meat, but I gravitate more so to seafood than anything. So I'll have the little packets of tuna. And then with the little packets of tuna, I'll have maybe some cucumbers, about 2 to 3 pieces of cucumbers, slices, and that suffices me until the next 2 to 4 hours. If I decide to get hungry within that time, I either have a little bit more of my protein shake, or I have some nuts, or I have a yogurt, or I have some type of fruit. Now, as of lately, I haven't been doing the yogurt. I'm not really into the yogurt like that. So I've been doing more so of fruit. And everything has been working out fine. It allowed me to be able to get those much needed pounds off, because it allowed me to have that portion control, controlling my portion. And it's not going to be easy, but it's possible. And the other thing that I said I was going to speak about was unhealthy choices. I'm not saying that in between the time that it took me to lose the weight, that I never had anything bad. I am not saying that, not at all, because I'm human. I slip up. However, I've noticed that I've slipped up in moderation. So say, for instance, if I wanted a cookie, I wouldn't deprive myself of the cookie. I'll have the cookie, and guess what? That'll probably be the last time that I have a cookie for months. It's just satisfying that particular want at that particular time. I don't overindulge. Overindulging when it comes to weight loss is not a good thing. I've learned that as well. You have to make sure that you're controlling what you're putting in your body. And one of the first steps that I did, as far as trying to make sure that I was able to control that, I actually took the initiative and I cut out sodas. I cut out juice. I cut out sweets. I cut out fried foods, which are completely dangerous, but they're so good. They're so good. I cut out all those things in the first year of my journey. So not having those things in the first year allows me now, which I'm in year number 2, allows me to be able to continuously lose weight. I'm definitely going to say that watching what you put in your body, as far as what you eat and what you drink, is very vital to losing weight. The other thing that's very vital to losing weight is your mental. Your mental. If you're not mentally prepared for the journey that you want to take, 9 times out of 10, you're probably going to fail. And I know for me, failure was not an option. I either was going to get the weight off, or I was going to get the weight off. And it has been a very interesting journey. Stay tuned. I'm actually going to give you some interesting information that you probably would have never guessed about me. And I will tell you about a little bit more about why the journey had to happen, as far as my medical condition. Did I have high blood pressure? Did I have diabetes? I'm going to tell you all of those things. High cholesterol. Did I have any underlying medical conditions that my doctor would say, hey, yeah, you need to get this. You need to go ahead and get this 130 pounds, or you need to get 120 pounds, or you just need to lose weight, period, in order to be healthier. So stay tuned. I can't wait. If you have any ideas, questions, concerns, let me know. And I'll see you in the next video.